Hey, this is Al McGee with YETicket.com. I'm here with Steve Leibowitz, the MovieNight.net. And we're going to talk about this new film coming out called Wolf Man. How you doing today, Steven?
I'm good. How are you, Al?
I'm doing great. Well, let's talk about this new movie by BlumHouse called The Wolf Man.
Actually, this case is just Wolfman. It's not like a remake of the 1941 The Wolfman, which was remade in 2010 with Del Toro. This Wolfman. The other two with V, and it is a different it's a it is a different story from the other Wolfmans. This one's extraordinarily isolated. It's a much different story. It's basically how a man takes his family back to Oregon where he grew up because his dad apparently died. He's going to go look at the old house, but they're attacked in the woods, and he gets a little scratch on his arm, and he's slowly making his own transformation into like a wolf man, and it's just really how and there's still another wolf man out in the woods, so it's then there's like no cell service and no one to call out for help. They have a CB radio, but they can't get anyone there. So it's a really weird. It's much different than like Wolfman going out and slaughtering a bunch of innocent townsfolk. So it's a quite. If you're looking for that, you're not getting that. It's
Yeah,
really isolated. It's just really a man and his family kind of film.
exactly. Yeah, and that's why I kind of like this film. It was that about a man and his family, but also a little bit of history about that wolf man. It does go back to the Native Americans because they experienced that also. So this wolf man, he's been going on for a long time, and finally hit this guy. But what I liked about this film too is okay, you got Blake. He's living in Oregon, wherever it is, in this wooded place, and they go out and shoot their food and they grow their food. And Blake's father wants him to, well, learn how to survive. But I was saying to myself, I think learning how to survive there is much easier than learning how to survive in a city or even a suburb. And let me just talk about Christopher Abbott plays Blake, and Julia Gardner. She plays Charlotte, and also they have a daughter. Her name is Ginger, but she's played by Melinda Burke. So I feel that this is a big movie for Julia Gardner because she does have a lot of fans from her TV series that she had on Netflix some time ago.
Ozark, yes, and Indiana.
Eh,
She is actually a very good TV actress. I didn't feel she was great in this. Sometimes some people, actors are really good in TV and they don't make it film. They can't do film too much. I remember David Boreanaz is like that. He was like Angel in the Buffy series. He did SWAT. He did other TV series. He's really good on TV. He doesn't really do great on film. So I felt she was not fantastic. She was a little bit wooden to me. It didn't seem to have like I didn't always like believe her. I almost didn't really care if she got killed or not. I know she's a talented actress on TV, but here I just did not feel she was a great casting choice for this movie.
Well, I thought she was because she played the typical wife and the business that she was in. I thought she did very well in this, and she was, her character was great to look at because her character was a little curious to understand her. But what but I did see some things in this film that was in other films too. Well, you got the one Lonely House and things like that, and and the director,
Lee went
Lee
Lee
went
went out.
Winhow or Winnow. Well, I thought he did a pretty good job with this, but I thought this is also very simple to direct, and there were some scary moments, some knocked out, jump up out of your seat moments, but not that many.
No, I mean he uses silence a lot, which is a great way to help build tension. Basically, I mean some people like using music, and I'll get to that in a second. But he does use a lot of
Oh,
a lot of like you don't hear anything, just so no music to lead you that way. So that he does do good there. It's when he uses music is when the movie loses me because the music score in this is so overpowering, so overwhelming. It just ruined it to me. It ruined almost every scene it used. Even in non-intense scenes, there's a scene early on in the city when they're like when the man and the wife they're talking, they're having a serious conversation, and they get this really serious. You can hear violin music going on. Like, okay, I get it, serious moment between man and wife. And when Wolfman's attacked, you got these loud steel drums. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I get it. It's scary. I hear your loud drums. It just was so overbearing. I'm like, it was just like, ugh, it was too
Well,
much. I
I
thought
like that. I like that. I like that loud music. I like that those sound effects
it
when
can
they
work,
came
but
in the movie for me.
you know what? It can work, but for me, I think it was just it. The music announced itself too much. Like when you have a movie like horror movies like for Halloween, it helps make it scarier. But here, it's almost like trying to direct you to, hey, here's your loud music. You should be scared now because of the music I'm giving you. Do you hear your music? Yes, I hear your music. Now I like look. He directed Invisible. This guy also directed Invisible Man, which was a good film. He
Yeah.
directed Upgrade. He worked. He was like one of the original writers in the Saw films. So this guy knows horror. And of course, the makeup effects are great in this movie too. You need
Oh
great
yeah.
makeup for a Wolfman film. And I said, and it grew on me. I mean, I was bored at first, but it did grow on me. The intensity grew on me as the film moved on. It just took a while to get there. But like I said, I
But
respect.
unfortunately for me, the film gave me too many signals about what's going to happen next.
Yeah,
It gave me too many of that. Because then it happens, and then I did not anticipate what happened, but I knew something was going to happen. And also, again, it didn't scare me. It
no, it
didn't
was
do
just
that for me.
it built some tension up here and there, but no, I never felt really scared. I know when I'm feeling scared in a horror movie, even as a grown up now. But you know, but I said it was this was not movies that come out in January tend to be not the best studios picks. I usually call this month January junk. And while this wasn't quite a January junk film, it wasn't too far removed from it either, Al.
I totally agree with you. Well, we can talk about this all day, but how do you rate this film? How many
I know
swords you going to give it?
I am giving it two swords out of four, Al. Only two swords.
Giving this two palm trees out of four for
All right.
Wolfman.
So we're in agreement. Two palm trees, two swords for the Wolfman. Or nope, Wolfman.
Yeah, Wolfman. All right. Well, thank you, Stephen, for coming here at yeticket.com. And you can see Stephen reviews at www. Tell him, Steve.
TheMovieNight.net.
That's right. And that's night with a K.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you and have a good movie experience for 2025.
This is your entertainment ticket. Latest and greatest movie.